Good morning, Oklahoma students. My name is Miss Michelle, and I teach reading at Sequoia Elementary. If any of my Sequoia reading partners are out there watching today, I hope you know that I miss you all so much, and I think about you every single day, and I hope you're reading so many books at home. I'm really excited to get to work with you all today. Every week, we're going to work on skills that will help you grow your brain and become a great reader. We're going to do a little writing too, so if you have a paper and a pencil, or a pen, or a marker, or a crayon at your house, go run and grab one now. If not, that's okay. We can just use our finger and write in the air. So, while some of our friends are collecting their paper and their writing tool, I thought we might be able to solve a couple of riddles. A riddle is a joke with a silly answer, and it usually has a word that means more than one thing. So let's see our first riddle. All right, our first riddle is, what is the loudest part of a tree? The loudest part of a tree. Well, what are the parts of a tree? We got the trunk, the roots, the branches, the leaves. It's the loudest part, though. Maybe there's some noisy birds in the tree, and that's the loudest part? Or a squirrel? I don't know. What do you think? The loudest part of a tree. Let's see what our answer is. The loudest part of a tree is the bark. Bark, bark, like a dog barks, but also bark is the covering on the outside of the trunk. Oh no. All right, let's try another one. All right. Our next riddle is, why didn't anyone laugh at the farmer's jokes? Why didn't anyone laugh at the farmer's jokes? What do you think? I guess they weren't very funny, maybe. Let's see. No one laughed at the farmer's jokes because they were too corny. So I guess the farmer grows corn, but corny also means a joke that is so silly it makes you roll your eyes and groan. Oh, so corny. All right, let's do one more while we wait for our friends to get their pencil and paper. All right, our last one. What is a pirate's favorite letter? What is a pirate's favorite letter? Well, maybe it's P for pirate, or I guess it could be S for ship, or T for treasure, G for gold. What do you think? Pirate's favorite letter. Let's see. A pirate's favorite letter is the letter R. That's pretty corny, huh? But speaking of the letter R, let's dive into our lesson for today. We are going to be talking about R-controlled vowels, and I like to call this the bossy R. So our 5 vowels are, say them with me, A, E, I, O, and U. And when a vowel is followed by an R, the R gets bossy and changes the sound the vowel makes. So when we have an A followed by a bossy R, we get the sound R like a pirate. Say it with me, R. All right, and when we have an O followed by a bossy R, we get the sound OR, like what a seal says. Or. All right, and now here's where things get a little bit tricky, because when we have an E followed by a bossy R, we get the sound R, like what a tiger says. Say it with me, R. But when we have an I followed by a bossy R, we get the same sound. And when we have a U followed by a bossy R, same sound. So we have 3 different ways to spell the sound. English can be kind of tricky that way. All right, now that we know our bossy R vowels, let's play a little game called Read It Fast. I'm going to show you a word, and you will read it. If you want an extra challenge, try to read the word without looking at the picture. All right, are you ready? Here we go. First word. R, car. All right, next one. R, barn. Or, corn. Like our corny jokes. Oh, we've got an bird. Or, fork. We got another R, like the pirate star. R again, jar. Another R, yarn. All right, this one's a little tricky. We're talking about these guys right here. They sometimes show up on the stem of flowers. Or, thorn. Oh, we got an IR, girl. Couple more. Or, storm. Last one. Another or, horse. Great job, everyone. Put a few tricky ones in there, huh? Did you catch the silent E at the end of the word horse? A lot of times we have to remember more than one rule when we're reading a word, huh? All right, and did you also notice that all the words we just read had only one syllable? Horse, thorn. Let's try a couple that have more than one syllable. Are you ready? First one. We've got an flower. How many syllables in the word flower? Let's clap them out. Flower. 2. All right, let's do another one. Ready? We've got a UR this time. What does the UR say? Turtle. How many syllables in turtle? Turtle. 2 again. Let's do one more. We got an ER here. Hammer. How many syllables in hammer? Hammer. 2. Great job, everybody. All right, now, these words that we've read so far might be words you've seen before. But what happens when you're reading and you come to a word you don't recognize at all? One way to figure out a new word is to break it into syllables. If you find the vowels first, that usually tells you how many syllables the word will have. Then you can sound out each syllable on its own. Let's try one together. Ready? All right, here's our first word. All right, first, let's find our vowels. I see an O and I see an E. And each one of them has a bossy R. So this tells me that my word probably has 2 syllables. All right, so I'm going to divide my word right after this first bossy R into my 2 syllables. And now I'm going to sound out each syllable on its own. So let's do the first one. Or, bore, dir. And we put them together and we get border. Border. Like the border on a frame or on my board behind us. All right. Great job. Let's try another one. All right. Looking for my vowels first. I see an E and I see an O. And each one of them has got a bossy R. All right, so this tells me we've got 2 syllables. I'm going to divide it right here after my first bossy R. And let's sound out our first syllable. Per, form. Perform. Perform is like when you're on stage and doing something in front of an audience, like singing or dancing. All right, let's do another one. All right, Here we go. I see an A, and I see an E, sorry. And they both have the bossy R. That R was so bossy, it tried to boss me, huh? All right, so we got 2 syllables here. I'm going to split it here after my first bossy R. And let's sound out the first syllable. St, R, star, t, ter, star, ter, starter. A starter is a person or a thing that starts. So like if you're on a sports team, the players who start the game are the starters. All right, let's do another one. All right, here we go. Looking for our vowels. What do we see? I see an I, and I see a U. All right, and the I has got a bossy R. But the U is just a regular old U, so it's just going to say All right, I'm going to draw my line here after my first bossy R because I know I've got 2 syllables. And let's do the first one. St, there's our sound. And stir, up, rup. Stir, rup. Stirrup. Have you heard of a stirrup before? That's like when you're riding a horse. The stirrup is the part that hangs down from the saddle, and it's a little loop for you to put your foot in. Stirrup. All right, so we have done 4 words so far. Border, perform, starter, and stirrup. We're doing great. Let's do some more. All right. Our next word. Let's see. All right. Looking for our vowels. I see an O, and I see an E. And wouldn't you know it, they both have a bossy R. So we know we're going to have 2 syllables. Let's draw our line here after our first bossy R. And let's sound out the first syllable together. Or, for, mer, for, mer, former. All right, former is when you used to be something, but you're not anymore. So like my kindergarten teacher is my former teacher. She used to be my teacher, but she's not anymore. She's my former teacher. All right, let's do another one. All right. Whoop. Okay, looking for our vowels. I see a U, and I see another U. And both U's have a bossy R. So we got 2 syllables. I'll draw my line here after my first bossy R. Let's sound out the first one. That's our sound. Remember the UR can say And again. Both of these syllables are the same. Let's put them together and see what word we get. Murmur. Murmur is when you're speaking very quietly, like you're whispering, you're murmuring. All right, let's do a couple more. All right, our next word, let's see, looking for vowels. I see an A and I see an E. So we got 2 syllables. And both of them have a bossy R. What a surprise. Let's break our word in half here right after our first bossy R and sound out the first syllable. R, like a pirate. Bar. Ter. And let's put them together. And what word do we get? Barter. Barter. Have you heard that word before? That might be a new word. Barter is when you trade something for something else. So like if I had hot Cheetos in my lunch and you had cookies, I might ask if you wanted to barter your cookies for my Cheetos. I might ask if you wanted to trade. What do you think? Would you trade? All right, let's do one more. Here's our last word. Looking for vowels. I see an E and I see an I. All right, and look, the E has got a bossy R with it. So we've got 2 syllables. I'm going to split it right here after my first bossy R. And let's sound out the first syllable. Her, it, mit. Just got a regular old I there, no bossy R. So we'll put them together and we get hermit. Hermit. You ever heard of a hermit before? Maybe you've heard of a hermit crab. A hermit is a person who lives on their own, away from everyone else, and never leaves their house. So, a hermit crab never leaves his house because his house is his shell that lives on his back. That's why he's called a hermit crab. And you might feel kind of like a hermit right now because we don't get to leave our houses too much anymore, huh? So we all kind of feel like hermits these days. All right, great work. We learned 4 more new words: former, murmur, barter, and hermit. Those are some big words that we're sounding out together, huh? Great work, everybody. All right, now it's your turn to write. Are you ready with your pencil and your paper? If not, remember, that's okay. You can just write with your finger in the air. All right, so first, at the top of your page, you need to write our 5 R-controlled vowels. We've got A-R, O-R, E-R, I-R, and U-R. All right, got them down? And I've got them up here on our board too. So when I say a word, you will write the word using one of our 5 pairs. And remember, we can write the sound 3 different ways. And because English is weird sometimes, we won't always have a way to know which one is the right one. But if we make a mistake, that's okay. Mistakes are how our brain grows and learns. If we practice enough and make enough mistakes, our brain starts to learn and remember which letters go with which words. All right, are you ready? All right, let's see our first word. Our first word is order. Order. Let's use our same strategy of breaking the word into syllables. How many syllables are in the word order? Order. 2 syllables. All right, so let's write the first syllable, or. Which of our R-controlled vowels do we need for or? Yeah, it's O-R. It's just our or sound. All right, let's try the second syllable, der. Which R-controlled vowel do we need here? Uh-oh, it's the sound. Do you think we need the ER, the IR, or the UR? What do you think? Did you get it? It's the ER. Yep. And remember, if you chose the IR or the UR, that's not a bad guess. English is just weird sometimes. And one trick to remember is that sometimes the ER is your best guess when it's at the end of the word. Not always, but sometimes. All right, now we have our whole word, order. Order. Great job. Let's try some more. All right, our next word is corner. Corner. How many syllables do we have? Corner. 2 again. All right, so let's try our first syllable, core. Which R-controlled vowel do we need for k, or? It's our OR again, core. All right, and our second one, ner. Which one do we need for ner? It's our sound. What do you think it is? Or, corner. Did you pick the ER for the end? If not, remember, that's okay. English is kind of weird. All right, let's try another one. Burger. Burger. How many syllables? Burger. 2. Let's do our first syllable. Burr. Burr. B-er. Second syllable. Grr. G-er. What do you think? I hear our sound twice in that one. Burger. How should we spell it? So this one's pretty tricky too. We have our first one, we use the UR, and the second one we use the ER. So we have two sounds, but with two different spellings in the same word. Yikes. Pretty tricky. You guys are doing great with these. Let's do another one. The next word is birthday. Birthday. How many syllables in birthday? Birthday. Two again. All right, our first syllable, birth. B-earth. What do we need for b-earth? Everybody got it? B-earth. And our second syllable, day. Day. How do we spell day? Got yours written down? Everybody ready? It was the IR for this one. Birthday. Birthday. All right. Pretty tricky with the sound. Let's do a few more. All right, our next word is marker. 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 M-R-K-er. Marker. Everybody got it? M-R-K-er. Marker. And there's our ER right at the end. All right, great job. Let's do a few more. Our next word is perfect. Perfect. P-er-f-ect. Perfect. I only hear one R controlled vowel in there. Which one is it? It's our sound. Did you pick the ER? Great work. P-er-f-ect. Perfect. And if you didn't get it perfect this time, remember, that's okay. Mistakes are how our brain grows. All right, let's do a couple more. I just showed it to you and I wasn't supposed to. Forest. Or est. Forest. For-est. For-est. All right. Everybody get it? Or-est. Forest. All right, let's do one more. I'm not going to show it to you this time. Last word is herself. Herself. Self. Herself. Hear our sound. What do you think it's going to be? It's the ER again. Herself. Herself. Great job, you guys. We had some tricky words in there with our sound. It's pretty sneaky, huh? All right, you guys have done such a great job today. We started by answering some corny jokes. Then we played the Read It Fast game. And then we read and spelled some 2-syllable words together, and they all had R-controlled vowels. They all had our bossy R. And we learned some new words too, like hermit, somebody who lives alone, and barter, when you trade something. Let's grow our brains just a little bit more before we're done. Do you still have your piece of paper? All right, we're going to try a sentence together. I'm going to read the sentence, and you write the words that you hear on your paper. Remember to begin your sentence with a capital letter and end it with a punctuation mark. And don't worry if you get stuck on a tricky word. Just do your best. All right, and remember, our bossy R is probably going to show up a few times, so listen very carefully for those. All right, I'm going to read the sentence 3 times, and you write it on your paper. Are you ready? Here we go. The hermit lived by herself in the forest. The hermit lived by herself in the forest. The hermit lived by herself in the forest. Everybody got it? Let's give them some time to finish their sentence. The hermit lived by herself in the forest. All right, everybody ready to check your work? Here we go. Did you find all the bossy R's? I see one there. I see one there. And I see one there. Did you get all three? Did you remember to begin your sentence with a capital letter and end it with a punctuation mark like a period? And if you miss something, remember that's okay because mistakes help our brain grow and learn. The hermit lived by herself in the forest. Great work, everybody. All right, well, it looks like it's time for us to be done for today. I'm so proud of the work that you did. Does your brain feel a little bit bigger? Next Wednesday, we're going to be learning more about the letters and sounds that make up our words and growing our brains even more. I can't wait to see you all then. Have an amazing rest of your day and make sure you read a book tonight. Bye-bye.